Best trading day of the month was the 31st, which finally gave us a good move to the upside, right? So this three-step process is as easy as it can get, right? 15-minute fair value gap, 1 minute for entry, and you're confirming everything with the order flow. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first step of this strategy is to find a 15-minute fair value gap, right? So this is the 15-minute fair value gap over here, which I'm going to label in gray. So I've had some questions about how I find my key levels, how I find my fair value gaps. I want people to understand that this is the fair value gap over here. We are simply selecting the candle before the fair value gap. This is my key level. Now it is here on the lower time frames. Do we look for an entry? So now here we can see price on the lower time frames has entered inside of this zone. And we can see price here giving us multiple wicks over here. So this means that the zone is strong and the buyers are absorbing the aggressive sellers. How do we know that? So here on the 1 minute time frame, we can see how price is now below this 4 hour candle. So what we are looking for is a series of steps, right? The first thing we want to understand is that we have a bullish fair value gap over here inside of the 1 minute time frame. Now, I want traders to understand exactly how price behaves inside of this fair value gap. So what we are seeing over here is we're seeing this bullish fair value gap and price wicks inside it before breaking the 15-minute level. This is a good sign. When we see a wick entering a 15-minute fair value gap and exiting off a 1 minute fair value gap, this makes the level extremely strong to be trading from. Now, from here, we can confidently take a trade just in this region with a stop loss below these wicks over here. Now, the question becomes, well, where do we target? So, as you can see, price leaves a large amount of trendline liquidity we see resting over here in this region. So our first initial target will be these highs over here. As you can see, price eventually plays out and gives us what we expected. So the three rules of this strategy are a 15-minute fair value gap, 1 minute for entry, and then you're simply looking at the order flow with wicks to determine whether the zone is actually strong or weak.